Did you know this could save your life? But it could also ruin you. So what is it? Suspicious stews appeared in Minecraft in the 1.14 update, part of the B update. In addition to the bamboo biome, pandas, and sign variations, suspicious stews were also added of being found in a sunken ship chest. But to craft suspicious stew, you only need 4 ingredients: a wooden bowl, 2 mushrooms, and a flower. Currently, there are 12 types of suspicious stews, 2 pairs of which provide the same effects. But to get a useful stew, it's important to know which flower is responsible for what. Let's look at each of them and evaluate the situations in which they can be used. Let's start with the unpleasant effects. A beautiful black rose, which can only be obtained under special conditions. You'll need to go into the nether, kill wither skeletons, and obtain 3 wither skulls before you can spawn it. Before doing so, you'll need to ensure at least one mob is within its range, as you can only obtain the wither rose if the wither shoots its head at the mob and it dies. Yeah, this black rose stew gives us a withering effect for 7 seconds and will cost us minus 1.5 hearts. An interesting fact is that bees can even pollinate these roses, but after pollination, they will suffer the same withering effect as a player. Lily of the Valley. This is a rather rare flower compared to the poppy or cornflower, and you can only find it in the forests such as birch forest, dark forest, normal forest, or flower forest. This pure, beautiful flower has the longest duration of all stews, 12 seconds, and inflicts poisoning and costs you minus 4.5 hearts. Another interesting fact: there is another suspicious stew. You can only get it by trading with a farmer villager once they become an expert, and this will poison you for minus 5.5 hearts. Why he even sells it, we will ask him later. I know exactly which stew would have been useful for Clown Pierce in Carl's video. Carl should have fed him only stews with different tulips to somehow even the odds, since these stews inflict a 9-second weakness effect. Tulips are often found on plains, so when walking across a large field, you have a good chance of encountering a tulip. But if you are planning to kill a wizard, dragon, or robot underwater, don't rush to cast a weakness effect on it, since this effect doesn't apply to bosses. Now we have a very interesting situation. One effect belongs to 2 different flowers. I'm talking about the blindness effect, but don't confuse it with the darkness effect. They are different. During blindness, your eyes can see objects around them, but everything else is blurred. Consider yourself nearsighted. But with the darkness effect, you stop seeing almost everything except light circus. You can only get the blindness effect by eating a suspicious stew, which requires adding either a grey Houstonia or an open Eyeblossom. The first is obvious. Houstonia can be found in any clearing or plain, but the Eyeblossom spawns only in the Pale Garden biome, which was added in update 1.21.4 quite recently. And in this Pale Garden, the Eyeblossoms we need spawn, which give different effects depending on their state. If they are open, they give the blindness effect. But the most interesting thing is that bees get a different effect from this flower, the poisoning effect. Yeah, that's right, the poisoning effect only affects a bee if it touches the flower or on any difficulty except peaceful, or if it's fed by the flower. What does a closed Eyeblossom give us? Try to guess, and I'll give you a hint. It's nausea. For a full 7 seconds, a closed Eyeblossom will give you the incredible sensation of this stew. Interestingly, a fox can also feel this effect if it eats a pufferfish. Did you know that foxes can eat pufferfish too? I didn't know either. It also turns out that zombie villagers, hoglins, and piglins feel the same nausea when transforming in the normal world. You could say the real world makes them sick and then they sober up, and the transformed Piglin is like, damn man, who was I before? Admit it, you too sometimes feel sick from the memories of your past actions. The black rose whispers decay, the white lily poisons the day. The tulip will weaken your mind, the Houstonia covers your eyes, the Eyeblossom open denies and leaves you to wander the night. The closed Eyeblossom brings nausea within, its bitter scent will make the stomach now spin. Okay, we've covered all the truly suspicious stews. Leave a comment and let me know which fact surprised you the most. Come on, I'll wait. Okay, and now we'll move on to the positive stews that will help you in trouble. The most useless stew is poppy or torchflower stew. This same effect can be traded from a farmer for a 10-second duration. But if we are talking about crafting, then honestly I wrecked my brain trying to figure out under what circumstances we'd need night vision for 5 seconds. I came up with the idea of throwing a disco and eating this stew while listening to awesome music, making everything around blink. Honestly, I can't think of anything better for this effect. Maybe you have some ideas? Poppies grow almost anywhere and are very easy to obtain. Even just sprinkling bone meal on the ground has a very good chance of producing poppies. Torchflowers, on the other hand, don't generate in this world. And to get one, you need to complete an entire quest where you'll inevitably accidentally stumble into a sniffer's texture and start to feel sick like you've been eating Eyeblossom stew. Ugh. Seriously, who drew those insides for them? Why do they look normal on the outside, but inside they're scarier than a nether in the pre-release? And crafting a torchflower stew with night vision after quests like this is the most pointless thing you can do. Better yet, make orange dye than this stew. Sorry, I digress. The sniffer is just my pain. The next most useful flower is the Welsh Onion. I'm very skeptical about it because the fire resistance it provides only lasts for 3 seconds. What can I do in that time? Let's try to figure it out. I accidentally fall into lava and eat the stew out of fear. Yeah, I think I have enough time to throw an ender pearl after the lava and save myself. But then again, I will still be burning when I get to the surface. Oh well. By the way, if you end up in lava, I highly recommend carrying a bow and arrows with the fire resistance. Firing a shoot will take the same amount of time as eating a stew, but the arrow's effect lasts 22 seconds instead of 3. If you suddenly spawn in a swamp or dark forest, you absolutely want this life. Mushrooms grow in every swamp biome, and if you can't find any, you can get some shears and trim the local skeleton. This can be dangerous, so be careful. In the dark forest biome, mushrooms already grow like trees, making them even easier to find. Here, you'll be able to get very nutritious and good food right from the start. To get a stew with the best effect of all stews, you need to find one of 2 flowers. The first flower grows in the swamp and is called the blue orchid. It's not easy to find, but the second one grows almost everywhere. I'm talking about dandelion. All food gives the player satiety, but doesn't grant the saturation buff. If we eat this stew, we'll have 3.5 pieces of chicken and 7 fried chickens. If that's how you describe it. In short, it's a positive effect, and with it you'll go longer without needing to eat and with good health regeneration. The last flower we'll talk about today is chamomile. Chamomile has anti-inflammatory, anti-spasmodic, antiseptic and calming properties, making it beneficial for digesting, skin and the nervous system. If you're feeling sad or just want to feel a little better, brew yourself some chamomile tea and you'll feel good. And thanks to this stew, you'll feel good too, because chamomile stew has a level 1 regeneration power, which lasts for 7 seconds and restores one heart. So if you find yourself in the plains, don't rush to find an axolotl, which will grant you regeneration for 5 seconds if you kill a hostile mob, but find some chamomile and enjoy this healing stew. Torchflower poppy see through the night. Onion saves you when lava is in sight. Orchid and dandelion fill your core. Their gentle taste keeps hunger away. You'll feel well fed through all the day. No need for meals forevermore. Chamomile's grace mends flesh and soul. Its golden heart will make you whole. In petals, whispers truth unfold. They guide our hearts through heat and cold. I hope this makes it easier for you to remember which flower is responsible for which effect. Subscribe if you like it. Thanks!